Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out this video. It's your girl LB. Welcome to my channel, Watch With Me LB, where I give you fun, fresh, and funny rants, reviews, and recaps on my favorite movies and TV shows. We did it, y'all. We did it, y'all. We made it to the end of this show. It needed to happen. Look how excited Blue is. Doesn't she look cute? Oh, I don't think she liked the noise maker. I'm sorry. I just want to congratulate you, and I want to congratulate myself actually, because some of y'all have been with me since season 1. We were totally different people when this show came out 3 years ago. Some of us done had children, got married, all kind of things done happened. We did it. I just want to congratulate you and give you a pat on the back. You want to do a noise maker? Let me get you a fresh one, girl. Hold on. I got you a fresh one because I had the yellow one. You can have a blue one if you want it. Or I got a red one if you like that too. Or I got a pink. But I just want you to celebrate, okay? Because we did it. We did it, y'all. We got to go through this one last episode. And we could go ahead and move on with our lives and heal and go to therapy and stuff. Don't take your purse off your shoulder, baby. Don't take your shoes off. Do not get comfortable, baby. Sit up straight. Don't put your back on the chair. We about to go, okay? Let's get up out of here, okay? Carrie goes to a restaurant for solo lunch. And it's a futuristic Asian restaurant where the robot delivers your food and you got to order on an iPad and stuff like that, right? So I would think that because Carrie literally doesn't cook and has been eating out all her life, that she would not be intimidated by a iPad menu. She absolutely was. I live down in the deep south. I got to pass up a swamp to go visit my parents. I'm deep down here. If you go any further past me, you're going to be in the Caribbean. We have iPad menus down here. So I'm not sure why that lady was confused by an iPad menu, but she was. Okay, she didn't know what to order, so she talks to the Gen Z, I'm assuming, wait staff there who doesn't really speak to her. That's like a play on, or at least I'm assuming it's a play. And I'm leaving my hat on too. It's a celebration, girl. I am celebrating, okay? Okay, I'm assuming they're doing a play on Gen Z and how they don't communicate in the Gen Z stare. Comment down below if you've heard or have witnessed a Gen Z stare. I guess a hostess comes over and brings a huge stuffed doll over to her booth called Tommy Tomato. Tommy Tomato is so that you don't have to eat alone, right? So you can have like a companion with you while you're eating by yourself. I don't do dolls. Immediately, no ma'am. Take that big ass thing up out of here, please. I don't do dolls, okay? I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know if somebody put something in that doll. I don't know if like somebody put like a little hoodoo voodoo root on the doll, and the doll know I'm from New Orleans, baby. I don't trust nothing. Don't be bringing nothing over here by me, ma'am. Yet again, they will not let Lisa Todd Wexley up out of that editing room, baby. They got her trapped in there. It's like a little aesthetically pleasing episode of Salt. She can't get out until she finished this documentary, which by the by, we will never ever see. We will never see that documentary. Comment down below and let me know if you know who the lady was that was in that quick little clip of her talking about the seamstress who made Jackie Kennedy's gown. If you're not familiar, there was an African-American seamstress by the name of Ann Lowe who was highly sought after at the time for her designs. And she designed Jackie Kennedy's wedding dress. Of course, you know, the dress went down in history. Everybody loved it. People talking about it. Ann Lowe was not acknowledged for her work, and she lost money on the design and all of that. So I don't really like that story. LTW's in there with this man marrying the editor, who I ain't seen edit nothing worth whatever I'm sure that lady paying him for. That man sat in a chair and leaned back and let his earring dangle in the wind. All he did was look through his sunglasses at LTW and semi-flirt with the lady. He was an absolute waste. Mekhi Brooks is a fantastic actor, and he was underutilized and wasted in this role, as was Nicole Ari Parker. Don't get me started, because I'm going to start sweating on my nose, child, and I don't have time. And I'm going to just say this before I go. Mekhi Brooks is tall, fine, handsome, and got all his teeth. And intelligent. The fact that they had this man sitting down in every single episode that they had him in the show is a goddamn jail. Go to jail. It's against the law. Well, that's a waste of my time and yours, bro. You know how fine this man is? Why you got this man sitting down trapped in a room with this lady? Let these black people up out of here, please. LTW gets a text message or email from the Michelle Obama middle person, publicist. I can't remember who it was. She has said that Michelle Obama is too well known to be an unsung hero, which, yeah, duh, that was a stupid point to put into the show. If she likes the rough cut of the documentary, that she will agree to narrate it. Pause. I don't know Michelle Obama. I will never meet Michelle Obama. I feel comfortable speaking for Michelle Obama and saying, no, she would not. LTW and Marion, the editor, are celebrating. They hug each other. She must have felt that yam on that thigh, child, and she just completely lost all her intelligence. Marion said, let's go ahead and get a drink, girl. We got to celebrate. Let's go get dinner and drinks and stuff. And then LTW said, nope. I can't do that. I gotta go to dinner. My mother-in-law is here. Why that lady not dead yet? That mother-in-law got to die. And I just feel slighted that the lady's still alive. I had said that in my Gilded Age recap, that somebody need to just fall down into an uncovered manhole and they need to put the cover back on and they could just live in a sewer like a Ninja Turtle. That's really what I want for LTW mother-in-law. Her and Splinter can be life partners down there in the sewer. So Marion said, let's go get a drink. And LTW's like, nope, I can't do that because I am not able to function and form complete sentences as an intelligent woman who has been all over the world and who has had to talk to people. I cannot function around you, sir. Beep, bop, bo, bo, beep, I, o, u, e. That man must have had a yam that you can put in the Smithsonian, okay, to make that lady lose all her train of thought like that. Okay? I don't know. I wasn't there. LTW said, baby, we got to reel this in, okay? I can't stand all this steam heat we got between us. We have not been made privy to where the steam heat at. All we have seen is that they be looking at each other for prolonged periods of time, not saying no words. Let me know. I don't know. Maybe I missed the steam heat because you know I be fussing. All I do know is that we don't have to deal with this goddamn documentary no more. It's over with. We missed a complete and total opportunity to educate the 4 people that watch this show, including me and you and your mama, on unsung African-American women in history, okay? We spent 97 weeks working on this documentary, didn't learn a thing, didn't see a thing, didn't go nowhere. I want to be reimbursed for my time. I charge $723 per U.S. American hour, for a grand total of, let me see what my calculator says, 723 times $8,672 per person that watched this show. Please let me know if y'all want to do a class action situation or if y'all want to just go about it individually. Maybe some of y'all don't need it. I, for one, have been laid off. I need me a smooth $9,000 and I want it expeditiously. 30 days. You got a net 30. Run me my coin. Now we get a scene with Miranda and my boy Steve. They are at a restaurant having a little din-din talking about their future grandchild who they about to traumatize, okay? Steve says, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said fuck and fuck that and fuck you and fuck this. And you ruined your fucking life. And fuck. I'm sorry. I had to do one for the road. He said he was sorry for blowing up at Brady and he was gonna call Brady and apologize. So Steve asked Miranda what Mia like, the baby mama. And she said, how can I put this nicely? She might be an idiot. I personally feel like if I'm sitting down as a fully out lesbian talking to my ex-husband of 20 years about our potential possibly be grandchild, I'ma let it flow, bro. I'm not trying to be nice. I'm about to vent because who else I'm gonna talk to about this that's been in the trenches with me with this dumbass kid of ours. So basically they're gonna force themselves on this lady who said that she don't want nothing to do with them. I feel like I will probably take the approach of periodic check-ins, sending diapers, on like a subscription service, clothes and stuff like that, just checking in to build trust and then possibly building a relationship. I feel like Steve and Miranda gonna show up on their lady doorstep and be like, 6 months, the baby 6 months, where is the little guy? Guess what, we ain't never gonna see. Now over there with Seema and that gardener that I'm sure has given her bacterial vaginosis. I don't know that man. I just know that man's hygiene, he just don't look hygienic to me. Something about that man is scruffy. He looked like he got an Oscar the Grouch situation going. Seema and Adam, I remembered his name for the road, walking around with his yam slapping the side of his thigh. Seema said, I got to go in early, baby. Business is picking up. I am out here working. I'm not sure what you doing. Seems like as a gardener, you would want to get out before it gets too hot. He just flopping around, sliding his feet on the floor. I know his feet dirty on the bottom. Comment down below and let me know if you watch New Girl and you remember when Nick and Jess were like first dating and Jess was in bed grading papers and Nick got in bed and the bottom of his feet was black, yellow, and blue. That's what the bottom of his feet look like. Seema says, I'm going to a bridal fashion show with my friends. And then Adam said, that's a dumbass waste of time. Of course, Adam doesn't believe in traditional marriage. And we know Seema is a non-traditional girly, okay? So she's looking at him like, well, goddamn, I really want to marry this dirty ass man, maybe, possibly, and he ain't really with it. So now I gotta see what's going on with that. Now, y'all, they have let LTW out of the editing studio. It's a miracle. God damn, they let her around other people. I can't believe that they got this lady in the same scene with the other characters in this show. So I did clock, though, that there must be a contractual obligation of some sort, okay, that only lets 4 characters be in a shot at one time. Now, Miranda is missing. Now, I also don't know what Miranda does. I was about to say maybe she had to go on TV again. I don't know how that lady became a broadcaster because I thought she was an attorney and she was doing human rights work. She was going to get a master's degree. I guess she dropped out maybe. She had an insight. Yeah, it was a thing. LTW still don't have no interaction with the whole cast, okay? Because they walking all, you know, And Carrie, of course, is going on and on about Carrie. Because what the fuck else is there to talk about? It ain't really nothing else to say, okay? If we're not talking about Carrie, we can't talk about nothing else, okay? Carrie and LTW don't utter a word to each other. They sit right next to each other, don't have no interactions. They don't say, girl, that's cute. I like that little thing. That's cute. That's unique. Nothing. They're sitting front row at these people fashion show, not paying attention to these people fashion. I could have gave this ticket to Zendaya and La Roche, okay? Somebody could have sat there and paid attention to the fashion. Y'all ain't taking no pictures of nothing. Seema's telling Carrie about how Adam don't want to get married and how his mother was never married and how because of that, he has no reference to marriage. Pause. You know how many people out here, mamas was never married and they still get married and have normal ass marriages? If he don't want to get married, it ain't got nothing to do with his mama. Because his mama was never married, goodbye and good night. Sometimes that makes people want to get married even more. The man that she's in love with doesn't want to get married. Pause. Did you clock love? I didn't clock love. I just clocked awkward sex that I had to be witness to. That's the only point I'm making. So if you got to make me witness one of my favorite characters on the show, get her pH thrown off, and now she all confused and don't know what she got going on, that's not fair to me. $723 added to the tally. Seema also says that since a little girl that she's always wanted to get married. Pause. Comment down below and let me know, as a young child, did you always want to get married? Look, I never thought about my wedding until I was literally engaged and was like, shit, I gotta plan a wedding. Well, I planned the shit out of a party. You hear me? Not a wedding. Not the wedding party. The only thing I had asked for at my wedding was French fries. I'm obsessed with fries of all types, shapes, and sizes. All I asked for was a cute little shoestring fries. Did I get it? Nope. That's why I'm divorced. Seema asked Carrie why she wanted to get married. And Carrie says, because it meant I was chosen. Thank God that girl has finally identified the fact that she is a pick-me, okay? It took us 57 years, bro. Thank you, Carrie. Because it wasn't because she loved that man. It wasn't because she wanted to build a life with him. It wasn't because she couldn't picture herself without him. It was because it meant she was chosen. She wanted other people to know that somebody chose her to be a wife. Now, whatever LTW and Charlotte, they also not paying attention to these people wedding dresses. And they're talking about how much their husbands aggravate their spirit. Harry's so upset that his yam don't work no more. Pause. All we did this season was talk about Harry's yamical region. This show was so male-centered, it didn't have to be. Because the show wasn't called Sex in the City, right? Like Sex in the City, I'm thinking, okay, these ladies in the city and they want to have sex. Makes sense to me. This show is called And Just Like That. And means like a continuation or something, like something else coming. So we already had the sex part, okay? You can have that here, but give us what these ladies supposed to be doing, bro. If you sitting here trying to tell me that I'm supposed to aspire to be like these ladies on this show or dream to be wealthy and like these ladies on this show, hell no, you can keep that. If you telling me I have to look forward to being a sad-ass delusional pick-me with a fashion show house with no fashions in it, you don't have nothing interesting to talk about? LTW trapped in a closet, child, and they won't let her out. This is wild to me that they had so much potential. Could we not have had these ladies go on like a road trip? You know how on the Housewives every season they got to go somewhere? Why are you wandering around New York worrying about bagels and your dumbass children? Fuck them kids. Here goes Charlotte. Yes, you will. You will have a man. There is a man for you, Carrie. Charlotte literally says, you are just so fabulous. SJP, bro, again, we already like you. So then for some reason, that fashion show then got deep down into LTW Shondo. It then got in her spirit, all in her bone marrow, right? So she come home and she see George Washington in the bed sulking again. So she sit on the bed and say, give me your hand. Then she like give her vows to this man again. And does he give his vows back? Nope. Like she holding his hand and she kiss his hand for 45 minutes. If you could help me, bro, just get a quick little magnifying glass or like a GPS tracker or maybe like a Google map situation so you can help me to find where the fuck this came from. I don't know where this came from. You making me be a part of these women being male-centered, and that's not the vibe that I was wanting. The Dusty Garden of Adam is over there by Carrie house digging in the backyard. Carrie come out there and try to charge him up about marriage with Seema. He still don't say he's gonna marry the lady. He just wanna be with the lady and just drag her all around the world, giving her pH balance issues. That was a waste of time. And then Carrie says, you know, I want to plant the garden, you know, wild and free, something more me. Pause. The whole point of having a situation was because you had a rat superhighway back there. You had young, wild, and free back there already. It was beautiful. If you want young, wild, and free, do you also want the rats that's gonna come with it? The rats run New York. I don't know if she know that. I know the rats run the city. I'm assuming that's also supposed to be like a play on like where they were intending to take the show had it not got canceled because HBO was tired just like we are. Okay. But once again, baby, we ain't never gonna see it. That lady is also not wild and free. Carrie is the most buttoned up, judgy ass rich lady in the streets. Oh my God, I could never do that because and her nose gonna go immediately in the air. So now we on pie patrol. Okay, it's Thanksgiving and Carrie got to go pick up them 72 pies that she had ordered from that lady the last episode. Okay, so now she roam around the city delivering pies in the cab. So first she go to Charlotte house. Unfortunately, we had to hear about Harry and his erection. Listen, put it up, Harry. I'm not even playing, bro. Put that shit back in your pants and it's grounded, okay? Your yam is grounded until further notice. Carrie go over there to get that stuffing from Charlotte, but Charlotte back there getting stuffed by Harry Yam because he got an erection for the first time, and then now she gonna let the turkey burn and it's all fine, child, whatever. I also hate that Carrie was just delivering the pies just all bust out into the New York air. You girl, you got to get you some fall paper or something. Get you a little shower cap or something, girl. You can't just be walking around in the elevator with 42 people breathing on a pie, girl. I don't want no breathe on pie. Somebody got a fresh haircut and they gonna have them little hairs that be on your neck that blew in the wind in my little cream pie. That's gross. So unfortunately, we gotta go by Miranda house after Carrie done dropped everybody off a pie. Miranda tells her that Joy has backed out of Thanksgiving. So now it's just gonna be Carrie, Miranda, Brady, the baby mama, and the baby mama friends. Miranda doesn't think that the issue with Joy is real because Joy say that one of her dogs swallowed something and she got to take it to the clinic. Carrie say, well, you know, instead of just jumping to conclusions, why don't you call a lady? But pause. Carrie, don't play with me, girl. I know you already. It's not like we never met before. You telling her that wouldn't responsible and mature thing to do be to call her and to find out what's going. You? Girl, please. So Miranda go call a lady. Then next thing you know, Miranda coming out with her gloves and a coat and her purse talking about she about to leave and go see what Joy got going on down at the clinic because she's sad because her dogs is in the hospital having a little surgery and stuff. Pause. Girl, what you're not about to do is leave when you got a house full of people coming over here. I would have been pissed. You not going nowhere. You're gonna say, I'll go check on the dogs. How about that? This your house. These your people. I don't even know these people like that. That was so strange to me. Mia, her two friends, Epcot and Silvio, come to the house. And of course, Miranda is not there. This is Miranda's doing. She wanted everybody to get together when that lady told you she don't want nothing to do with your aggravating ass son or your aggravating ass. But you invited her to Thanksgiving. Now she here, but you not. The way I would have politely found the closest diner, Brady, you got that, my boy. You a grown-ass man. You about to be a daddy. I might go back to my house depending on how close it is, okay? I'm not about to do that. Hell no. Anyway, so when Carrie opened the door, they standing there. Silvio gonna say, that's the mama? She don't look crazy. Way I would have slammed that door in them people's face, child. You not coming in here. I can already tell you on some bullshit, child. It's gonna get even worse as the day go on. So let me go ahead and stop you where you at and not let you cross this threshold. You're not about to bring your bad vibes in here. It's already enough shit going on. Brady come out and offers everybody wine. So of course Mia's like, no, I can't have wine for obvious reasons. But I didn't think he was offering you no wine, bitch. I thought he was offering your friends wine. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Hey, come in, have a seat. Can I get you something to drink? It's a holiday. You want a little wine? I can't have wine for obvious reasons. And then Silvio gonna say, yeah, I'll take some wine, strawberry shortcake, and also I'm hungry. You about to have a knuckle sandwich, baby, because that's what, how, I know you're not about to think you're going to come in my house talking to me crazy. I could not believe that they wrote that character like that. I was like, who will go to somebody's house and do that? A lot of times in this show, when we get a member of the LGBTQ community, they are fucking insufferable. I don't know people who will go around to somebody's house and act like that. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be well-traveled to have like normal common decency. Now we get another knock at the door. It's Mark Kasabian. He comes to the door and immediately start flirting with Carrie. I'm hearing you here. Like, I don't know what the hell that man was saying. I was like, sir, you're a grandfather. He was coming with Charlotte when she was supposed to come, but she forgot to disinvite him to Thanksgiving when she disinvited herself because Harry don't want to go over there with all that bullshit with the people. So the three aggravating Avengers talking about they goddamn dietary restrictions, okay? So Epcot said that they are lactose intolerant because Carrie made a little cheese tray until the food ready and they lactose intolerant, so they can't have that. Mia said that she only eats seaweed, brown rice, and like cucumbers or something. Like, that's all I eat. Is that cool with y'all? No, bitch. We having turkey and stuffing and traditional holiday stuff. Don't piss me off. Just because you're pregnant don't mean you can't get cussed out, okay? I will cuss you and that baby out. Especially because people go out of their way to make sure that everybody's going to have a nice time. You're going to come in talking about seaweed. Girl. Ma'am, please, girl, please. You should have said that in this text message to your child stalker grandma. You should have said you had dietary restrictions. Girl, don't come over here with that. Silvio called Mark the mayor of Whoville. He told Mia, looks like Grandpa here is giving Mayor of Whoville vibes. Sir, if you want to fight, you could literally just say that. Do you know how many Americans may be fist fighting on holidays? Like, it's an American pastime. Do you want these hands? Because why are you being disrespectful? Why would you give me your mama phone number? Because she done fucked up. Miranda done went all the way over there to the dog clinic with Joy, and she's sitting in there crying because the dog swallowed a Lego in the park, okay? And then Joy gonna say, see, this is why I don't even fool with children like that. I fucking hate kids because they just be leaving their toys around for my dog to swallow. I don't know why they want us to know that Joy doesn't like families and doesn't like children. It's like, all right, bro, okay. But then the other thing with that is, Miranda has a child and a grandchild on the way that she done forced her way into having a relationship with, and friends and family. So you gonna isolate yourself? That's what abusers do, baby. That's what abusers do. Abusers isolate you so that you don't have nobody to rely on but them. And I told you I didn't like Joy's vibe. Back over there by Miranda's house, they get another knock at the door. It's Charlotte. Charlotte bringing her stuffing over there. Charlotte and Carrie go in the room to talk. Carrie like, why would you try to set me up with this old ass octogenarian? Charlotte say, I just hate the fact that when we were talking, you said that there was not a man for you. There is a man for you. Because if there's no man, then what is life? You cannot survive, girl. You will literally turn into a pillar of salt like Lot's wife, girl, if you don't have a man, girl. He is just so cultured and rich, and he has a plane, girl. I just really think you should see about it because you literally can't be by yourself at all. I know what you're thinking, and you know what I'm thinking. Let's just move on. So then Miranda get to what she thought was her house. Silvio is in there thinking he fully at the ballroom. He trying to get 10, 10, 10s across the board. He do not want to get chopped, baby. So he is in there duck walking and giving his life in Miranda's living room with the music super duper loud. And Mia is like, yes, girl, yes. Never mind that we're in a stranger's home. Yes, girl, do it. Yes, queen. She introduced herself to Epcot. Epcot does not introduce themselves back. Epcot say, I'm lactose intolerant. Where your bathroom at? So basically, they just told everybody that they sat there and ate all that expensive ass soft cheese when they know they was lactose intolerant, and now they gotta go shit in a stranger's bathroom. Silvio literally ignoring Miranda because he too busy duck walking and debt dropping. The way that Silvio has so much fabric to snatch. You know how people would just snatch? I could not believe it. So that's the kind of environment that Miranda grandchild gonna be growing up in. Brady has gone out to get this insufferable ass pregnant lady seaweed and brown rice and whatever. So he come back to check on the turkey raw. Brady look over there to see that the insufferable baby mama eating the cheese that she said she couldn't eat. Why are you eating that when I just ran all over the city going to get seaweed and whatever you said you asked for? She was like, nobody told you to do that. That's on you. Get out, girl, get out. So for some reason, we see another man pissing in this episode. Earlier in the episode, we saw Adam pissing in the toilet. Heard it and everything. Now we see Mark Kasabian in Miranda's bathroom after the dinner is over with. He pissing too. Why? How low have we fallen? You know, let's just go ahead and get it out the way. He flushed the toilet and the toilet doesn't flush. It overflows and then up come little pieces of shit, okay? I would have gotten it with one turd. Like, I didn't need to see 7 and 8 turds coming up out the, like, they spent so much time making us understand that the toilet was overflowing. That was so insulting to me. Even if you thought this was the season finale, why would you finalize with shit? Is it like a joke? It's like, yeah, we know this show is a piece of shit, so we gonna give y'all so much shit. Y'all didn't even know what to do with all this shit we about to give y'all. Like, what was the point of that? Hello? 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 Is everybody here? Is everybody okay? So Miranda in there cleaning the shitty water up off the floor. I, for one, would never clean in my outside clothes. I'm throwing on my old ass college sweatpants that the name of the school done faded off into time. Old ass clothes that I would never let anybody see me in if I got to get on my hands and knees cleaning up a stranger's shit. She in there in her Thanksgiving outfit clothes. And then the next thing you know, Joy come in because Joy got it in her mind that Miranda helped her, you know, and was with her on Thanksgiving at the dog hospital because that's her family. And Joy gonna come be with her family, with Miranda's family. So she come after Thanksgiving over with Miranda family not there, which I know she conveniently did that shit because she don't really want to be around no damn family. Anyway, and they both are on their knees on the shitty bathroom floor. And then Miranda hugs Joy with shitty bathroom gloves with a shitty towel in her hand. It's so much shit, bro. It's so much shit, bro. Carrie goes home and pause. It absolutely does not matter. But I did notice that at the front door, she got buku shoes because, you know, she started taking her shoes off because that man had asked her to. Not because she had surgery last season on her hip and she really not supposed to be wearing heels, but we ain't gonna talk about that because that's a plot line that went nowhere anyway. You know, if a man asks her to do anything, she's absolutely going to comply. So she got her shoes all over the, like, the little area where you first walk in, right? So she gets home and she got a full pie and she got foil over her pie though. You see that, huh? She put some foil paper over her pie, but she just got New York air and spittle and rat piss to do from the air on other people's pies. So she walk around her house and she's like contemplating, you know, you know what I'm saying? And she starts playing Barry White, My First, My Last, My Everything. So while the song is playing, we see what everybody else was up to for their Thanksgiving. This would really piss me off. And so George Washington is in there eating some of his pie or whatever. LTW is like, okay, well, let me go ahead and get started on the dishes. George Washington said, no, girl, you been cooking for days, girl. You cooked all this food. I got the dishes, baby. Don't worry about it. You know how when you came in here the other day and pledged your life to me for the second time when I was just in here watching ESPN highlights on my iPad? Girl, don't worry about it. I'm gonna do the dishes. You see how I treat you, girl? You see how I spoil you, girl? I'm gonna do the dishes in my own house. Huh? What you think about that? Like, we were supposed to be impressed that he doing the dishes in his own house. Get the fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, bro. You had better give me any award Lisa Ty Wexley get for that documentary. Send it to my house immediately and I'm not playing. So now back over there by Carrie, this montage is supposed to let us think that she is becoming comfortable with the idea of being alone. So she started throwing her purse in this chair and she started putting her keys over here and she eating a pie with a spoon out the middle, which is against the law. Yeah, girl, I could do this. I could be free. It's no big deal that I don't have a man here. Then she sit down at this computer with this book talking about the woman again. Lord, I'm so ready for this lady to go away, bro. So she erased the epilogue that she wrote that the publisher wanted her to write. And then she put something about the woman realized she wasn't alone, she was on her own. And then that's the triumphant, like, woo! Then she starts to sing My First, My Last, My Everything. And she walked down the hallway of her empty ass apartment, hit the corner, and then that's it and that's all. As a final slap in the face, the episode goes off, and these motherfuckers got the nerve to play the Sex and the City intro song at the end of this horrible finale. Why would you do that? Why did they do that? That is so mean. That's so disrespectful and mean. It's unnecessary because you had told us that one don't have nothing to do with the other. That's what you had said. Are we in the same multiverse as the original Sex and the City, or are we not? Like, I don't get it. Like, who agreed to that? Why would y'all do that? That was so weird. But you know what's most important? Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. We did it. Congratulations, everybody. Do you have any parting words for this dumbass show? Yep. Exactly. That's a good ass point. Cousin. Yes. Comment down below and let me know what you thought of this series finale. But I am glad I was able to celebrate the end of this travesty with y'all. I can't wait to talk to y'all in the comments. Bye. Wait, where my thing at?